Hey Dragon Slayers, today's video is about how fasting doesn't cause low blood sugar. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. Let's get started. Sometimes people worry that blood sugar will fall very low during fasting and they will become shaky and sweaty. Fortunately, this does not actually happen. Blood sugar level is tightly monitored by the body, and there are multiple mechanisms to keep it in the proper range. During fasting, our body begins by breaking down glycogen. Remember, that's the glucose in short-term storage in the liver to provide glucose. This happens every night as you sleep to keep blood sugars normal as you fast overnight. People who engage in fasting for religious or spiritual purposes often report feelings of extreme clear-headedness and physical and emotional well-being, sometimes even feeling a sense of euphoria. They usually attribute this to achieving some kind of spiritual enlightenment, but the truth is much more down to earth and scientific than that. It's the ketones. Ketones are a superfood for the brain. When the body and brain are fueled primarily by fatty acids and ketones, respectively, the brain fog, mood swings, and emotional instability that are caused by wild fluctuations in blood sugar become a thing of the past, and clear thinking is the new normal. If you fast for longer than 24 to 36 hours, glycogen stores become depleted. The liver now can manufacture new glucose in a process called gluconeogenesis. Using the glycerol that is a byproduct of the breakdown of fat, this means that we do not need to eat glucose for our blood glucose level to remain normal. A related myth is that the brain cells can only use glucose for energy. That is completely incorrect. Human brains, unique among animals, can also use ketone bodies, particles that are produced when fat is metabolized, as a fuel source. This allows us to function optimally even when food is not readily available. Ketones provide the majority of the energy we need. Consider the consequences if glucose were absolutely necessary for brain function. After 24 hours without food, glucose stored in our bodies in the form of glycogen is depleted. At that point, we'd become blubbering idiots and our brains would shut down. In the Paleolithic era, our intellect was our only advantage against wild animals with their sharp claws, sharp fangs, and bulging muscles. Without it, humans would have become extinct long ago. When glucose is not available, the body begins to burn fat and produce ketone bodies, which are able to cross the blood-brain barrier to feed brain cells. Up to 75% of the brain's energy requirements can be met by ketones. Of course, that means that glucose still provides 25% of the brain's energy requirements. So does this mean that we have to eat for our brains to function? Not at all. Between the glucose we have already stored away in the form of body fat and what the liver produces in gluconeogenesis, we have plenty of fuel when no food is available. Even prolonged fasting won't send blood glucose levels dangerously low. Many people find they have all the energy they need when they wake up in the morning and don't feel compelled to eat until they're hungry around noon or 1 p.m. Dr. Fong maintains muscle mass and has discovered that he functions optimally on fewer calories than he thought was ever necessary. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.